Hello boys and girls. You need to make sure you've got a pen or a pencil and something to write on. Okay, grab yourself a song 4 or 5 minutes long just as a timer, or you can use a stop clock or a timer on the computer, something that you can time yourself for about 5 minutes. So pause the video until you got that stuff. Okay, so first job today. Okay, I've got some organs, some pictures. I want you to write down as many of the names as you can for these different organs and what they do. Okay, so what is this called? What is its function? What's its role? Okay, and if you've got any time left over, you can draw a little picture or write down the name of some other organs that aren't included in these pictures. Okay, so pause the video here, start your song, start your timer, and spend 5 minutes trying to write down the names of these different types of organs. Okay, so here's some information about these organs. So we've got, this is the liver. Okay, this first one is the liver. It removes toxins from the blood and it makes some of the different components of blood. The lungs is the next one. It's where oxygen gets carried into the blood. So we transfer oxygen into the blood and carbon dioxide out of the blood. Here's two organs, a little bit sneaky. Okay, the small intestine and the large intestine. Okay, so the small intestine is where nutrients are absorbed, and the large intestine is where water is absorbed. Okay, it goes into the blood. Next, we've got the heart, pumps blood to all parts of the body. We've got the brain. It's the thing that controls most of the functions of our body. Okay, the brain, really, really important organ. The kidneys, they help remove waste substances. Okay, it's what makes urine, pee. And then the stomach, this mixes food with acids, hydrochloric acids, and other digestive juices and enzymes, and it breaks down food before it goes into the small intestine so it can be absorbed. Okay, now you need to tell me what is the odd one out. So write down the letter. Okay, and then I'll go through the answer. So first one, what's the odd one out? Eyes, ears, intestine, nose. I'd say the odd one out is C. Okay, eyes, ears and nose are all sensory organs. They can detect their senses, whereas an intestine is part of the digestive system. It's different. Next, odd one out, digestive, brain, nervous, skeletal. I'd say the odd one out is brain, because brain is the only organ. Digestive, nervous and skeletal, they're all systems. You can put system after this. The digestive system, the nervous system, the skeletal system. Okay, brain, it's part of the nervous system. It's an organ. Heart, fat, skin and muscle. I would say fat is the odd one out, because heart is an organ, the skin is an organ, and muscles are organs. Okay, or they can be made up of organs as a tissue, really. Okay, but I'd say fat is the odd one out. Okay, and I think this is the last one. Stomach, intestine, liver and bladder. Okay, well, stomach is an organ, intestine is an organ, liver is an organ, and bladder is an organ, so which is the odd one out? Well, stomach is part of the digestive system. So it's where the food's starting to be broken down. The intestine is where we absorb nutrients, as we said at the beginning. And the liver, okay, part of its role is producing enzymes, which is part of the digestive system. But the bladder, that takes out those waste products, makes pee, makes urine. So bladder's the odd one out, because it's not part of the digestive system. Okay. So, we've talked lots about this. Okay, this is a picture of a cell. Okay, just one cell. If we have groups of cells, we have lots of the same type of cell, we call that a tissue. Okay, so all these are the same type of cell, and we group them together, we call that a tissue. If we've got groups of tissues, okay, if we've got groups of tissues, we call that an organ. So this would be an example of the heart. So all of those tissues were muscle tissues, and they're added together in different ways, and we can generate an organ. Okay. Now, this week, okay, your first proper task is to look at this little paragraph about organs, just to get into the swing of things, and you need to try and fill in the missing words. So our body is made up from somethings. Cells of a different type are adapted to perform different functions. A something, bless you, is a group of cells of the same type. An organ is a group of tissues that something to perform a function. An example of an organ is a something. Okay, now this last one you can have lots of different ideas. So what I want you to do, I want you to copy down this paragraph and I want you to try and fill in the blanks. If you've got no idea what the word is, leave it blank and we're going to go through the answers in a moment. Okay, so pause the video here. Okay, so if you haven't paused the video and you need to do the answers, now is the time to do it. So our body is made up from cells. Okay, our body is made up of cells. Cells of different types are adapted to form different functions. A something, a tissue, is a group of cells of the same type. An organ is a group of tissues that work together to perform a function. An example of an organ is a heart. Now you could have liver, you could have lungs, you could have brain, you could have skin, you could have all different organ options for this one. Okay, but these are the words that I've picked. These words work. Okay, so change the words or add the words if you haven't got them. Give yourself a tick if you've got words that will fit like these. Okay, so those are organs. But as I said, we're looking at organ systems this week. Okay, and an organ system is a group of organs that work together. So just like we have cells grouped together to make a tissue, and tissues grouped together to make an organ, if we group together organs together, we get organ systems. Okay, and these are 6 important organ systems that you need to know about. The skeletal system, the muscular system, the nervous system, the digestive system, the respiratory system, and the circulatory system. Okay, there's more, but these 6 are really important that you need to know about. Okay, now your task this week is going to be a research task. You're going to research, you're going to choose one of these organ systems. Okay, you're going to pick one. Okay, and you're going to come up with some creative way to present your ideas. So you need to research one of these organ systems. Okay, and 2, 3, 4, 6, yeah, those are the ones. And you need to find out what are the organs that are in it. So in the circulatory system, you need to know that there's the heart's in it. That's one of the organs. You need to find the others. Okay, you need to find out what the role of those organs are. So what's the role of the heart? What's the job of the lungs in the respiratory system? What's the job of the stomach in the digestive system? What role does it have? So you need to research the organs, you need to research what those organs do, and then you need to figure out a creative way to present your research. Okay, now it could be a poster. Some of you love making posters. That's fine. It could be a PowerPoint presentation. That's fine. At this point, I think I'd be getting bored about making posters myself. But if you want to make a poster, that's perfect. That's still good. Okay, if you want to make a PowerPoint presentation, that's fine. Don't just copy and paste stuff off the internet though, make it your own work. Okay, I think something might be better, or maybe I enjoy doing myself more, maybe making a junk model, or making a pop-up poster where you open it up and the organs pop up. Okay, or you could download a green screen app on your phone. Okay, stick on a green t-shirt, get a picture of one of the organ systems and overlay it on top of you while you're talking about it. Okay, or some other creative idea that you can come up with. Okay, here's a little bit of inspiration. So here's a junk model. So we've got this like I think a Pyrex bowl and some bits of paper, and we've got some old plastic bottles. We've got like a pop-up diagram showing different organs. We've got another junk model here with this kind of insulating tube and some bits of cloth and some, I don't know what that kind of bead kind of thing is, showing the small intestine, and a balloon for the stomach. It's kind of nice. Looks like a life-size diagram of the circulatory system. Okay. Here's me in a couple of videos that I've made. Now I can't get the sound to work putting it into YouTube, but I've got my lab coat, and I've made a bit of a picture of the heart, and I've got some red and blue wool to show the veins and the arteries. And here's me talking about my beautiful picture of the larynx and the lungs and the diaphragm in the respiratory system. Okay, so you could do something like that. Okay, some creative way of presenting your research into one of these organ systems. Okay, that is your task for this week. Okay, so I hope you're doing well at home. Take care of yourselves, and I'm looking forward to all your wonderful creative work. Bye-bye.